What's up, everybody, and welcome back to another podcast edition of part 2 of the trilogy of Jeen, Yuhs, with documenting Kanye's journey to stardom. Okay, and part 2, or act 2, so to speak, because that's how they worded it, is based on purpose. So the main topics that I'm be going through is one, the importance of documenting your journey, which I mentioned that in the previous video, but I'm gonna say it again for the next video and the next video and the next video, because it is belief is the power that fulfills your purpose. That was the first statement of this act 2 of the trilogy. The second topic is going to be put in the box. The third topic is using your pain as inspiration. Topic number 4 is talking about the College Dropout album. Topic number 5 is fitting the profile of a rapper. Topic number 6 is not losing yourself when friendships, relationships change because of growing apart. And the last topic is going to be about reaping the rewards. Okay? So let's go ahead and deep dive in this second part of the trilogy, and sit back and relax and listen, because we can all learn something from this documentary, if you feel me. Okay. All right. So topic number 1, the importance of documenting your journey. Okay. If you're going through anything right now and you're looking for a way out in a healthy way, document your journey. If you have a vision and you have the vision, you have the idea, you have it written down, just go ahead and start the process of documenting your journey, whether you're writing it down or doing what Kanye was doing then, which is putting the camera on you, having it follow you around every single time to document the ups and downs and the triumphs of your journey. Because I promise you, when you look back on it, it's going to bring you down to a level to where you are showing gratitude if you don't express it along the way. Okay? All right. So the second part, it takes place in they went back with it for us this time, for a split second. It takes us back to 1990 in Oklahoma City at a relative's house, where Miss Donda was behind the camera, recording some special moments with the relatives, a family gathering. And of course, Kanye came across the camera, rapping, spitting his bars and stuff. And of course, being the mother that she is, she acknowledges it, and of course, she acknowledges it, and she progresses on as a mother would, which is, well done, Kanye. In her words, well done. All right. So the key statement that Mr. Cootie has stated in the second part, which is, belief is the power that fulfills your soul. Let that sink in. Belief is the power that fulfills your soul. Which comes to the question that pops up in my head is, do you believe in yourself? Do you really? Do you believe in yourself to where you can make your dreams come true, where you can make your vision come true? Okay? So comment down below. Do you believe yourself? Answer that question for me. Do you believe in yourself? If not, tell me why, so we can work together and get through why it's holding you back. Okay? Now, on down from this key statement, Kanye had just got signed to Rockefeller, okay, as was left from the last part was where he was signing the dotted line of being signed to Rockefeller at the time. And another thing that popped out that stuck out for me before he wrote his penmanship on the dotted line from signing with Rockefeller is that he was praying before he signed the dotted line, and I had to give him 2 snaps on that. Kudos to praying, because this is what he was praying for. This was what he was working for. So before he had signed on that dotted line, he was praying. He was praying, of course, manifesting whatever what he was praying at that moment in his head silently. I'm pretty sure that he has already accomplished it by now. The power of prayer, okay? Amen. All right. So yeah, he had just got signed to Rockefeller. However, he was still in that self-promotion mode because every time you see him, he has a camera with him, and documenting the good, the bad, and the ugly. And Kanye had referred, one of the rappers that was on the music video set was he's a producer. He was telling Kanye that he is the greatest producer rapper in the game right now. And Kanye had replied that beats are like an internship for him. He wants to be where the greats were, rappers. He would rather be called a rapper than a producer rapper, because even though he can produce good beats, in the end, his goal was to be one of the greatest, if not the greatest rappers on the planet. Okay? So, however, the label was still putting Kanye, aka Ye, I'm gonna call him Ye because he did change his name legally. So, yes, the record label, they were continue putting Ye in a box as a producer to produce beats for his artists, as well as the record label's artists as well, and not as a rapper, because they still, to a certain extent, did not take him seriously as a rapper yet. However, Kanye, aka Ye, was always finding another way to self-promote, which was he was in order to be taken seriously. So that's when he had snuck up in the studio with Jay-Z and spitting some bars with him, to where he was able to get on the track to be featured in one of Jay-Z's songs. So that was one way especially to get Jay-Z's attention, okay? I don't know about Dame Dash, but that was one way to get their attention, as far as like, even though y'all signed me as a rapper and y'all really know me as a producer, I'm gonna show y'all that I can be still taken seriously and do what I came here to do. All right. And this is when the second topic comes into play of being put in a box / getting yourself out there, because due to the fact they were continuing slightly putting him in that producer box, Kanye, aka Ye, is a multifaceted person, and it clearly shows, especially in the first part of the Trilogy series, that he is a multifaceted person. And I can relate to him being a multifaceted person, because it can seem as a slight threat or intimidating factor, because you're able to do a lot more other things that people, can't necessarily grasp yet, or you have a certain type of vision and you try to explain it to people and they just be like, I don't know about that now, but how about you just try to do this and this and this and see where it goes. So because of course they didn't know as a record label with Ye being that type of multifaceted person, they didn't necessarily know where to place him because, of course, I'm pretty sure majority of the people that was on or was involved with the record label at the time, they were able to decipher everybody that was coming through the door as far as like, okay, you came in for this purpose, okay, we're gonna put you over here. You came in for this purpose, okay, we're gonna put you over here. You came in for this purpose, okay, we're gonna put you on this end over here. Meanwhile, when Kanye came Ye came to the forefront or came within their presence, it's just like, oh, this is the type of person that wants to, his end game is to be a rapper, but he can produce beats as well, and he can do other things. He can sound engineer. He can do all of those type of things. And it was just like, in my opinion, in my point of view, it seems like they were a little hesitant on how far they want him to go, as far as like his affiliation with them, because of him being a multifaceted person. So it's important whenever you are when anybody is dealing with a multifaceted person, that you just let them be. Let them do what they know or can do, because once you start constricting and try to hold them back from doing what they came here to do, they are going to rebel. I can co-sign with Ye on that. If you try to hold me back from doing what I really want to do, then I'm gonna find another way. I'm gonna find another way to get your attention, okay? Because I tell people all the time, especially when they meet me for the first time, I tell them, one, I was born to travel. This is when people, get to know me on a personal level. So I'm giving y'all a little tidbit on me. I would always tell people that I was born to travel because I was born in one place, but I grew up in different parts of the areas, in different states. And if I feel like my time is complete in one place, then is pack up and go time, okay? And then also I will definitely tell them this before we end the conversation, that this won't be the last time you see me, okay? I will tell people see you later, or instead of saying goodbye, because literally it won't be the last time you see me, okay? The next time you're gonna see me is gonna be somewhere, okay? So that I give y'all a little tidbit on that end. Okay, so back to the trilogy part. Yes. Overall, Ye is a storyteller, and he says this. He is a storyteller, and he makes relatable lyrics, and that's probably why he has the fan base that he does now, because of the fact of the matter, once you really sit down and listen, or better yet, just look up the lyrics to his song, it strikes a nerve. It strikes a chord with you, because it's not only, it's either something that he's going through, more than likely it's something he is going through at the time, that will strike a nerve with you, because you can relate to that factor. And that's how you can get to know a person in general, is when a person tells their story, whether it's through word of mouth, themselves when they're speaking at an event, or through performing arts, whether it's dance, audio, music, art, all those sorts of things. People express their expression differently. When it comes to Kanye's case, he is a storyteller. and his lyrics is very relatable. I kid you not, last night the song Can't Tell Me Nothing had came up in my head. So I listened to the song and I looked at the lyrics and I'm like, dang, this really hit. Like, it was hitting before when the music just came out. Then it was hitting there because the beat, the ad libs, the vision on when it came to looking at the music video. I'm like, bro, this song still resonates to this day. A lot of his catalog still is relatable and is still classics to this day because people can relate to the lyrics, especially when it comes to the college kids. That's why the first album that came out for him was College Dropout, because I'm pretty sure it was an experience that he's already encountered being in college, and due to the fact that he dropped out to pursue his career, he was able to again put his experience using his pain as inspiration. So I'm walking into the third topic, using his pain as inspiration, using his experiences as inspiration. Okay, so which goes down to the car accident. So they mention the car accident, they document well, they documented not the actual car accident, but also they gave us a sequence because, of course, he's still documenting the part when it comes to his documentary. So, the car accident, it happened on October 23rd, 2002. Okay, I was a youngin' then. I was at least about 9 years old at the time. 9 or 10, because it's past my birthday. It's in October, so probably like 10 years old. Yeah, at least 10 years old. And he was driving back to his hotel from a late night session in the studio, and it cost him his life. Because his jaw had got broken in 3 places, and he was on life support. And the uncertainty, due to the fact that he was in that accident and it was like a life or death, literally life or death type of scenario. It was, his rap career was uncertain at that point. And when you look at the images, because they do show the images of his jaw being swollen and him looking like a completely different person because of the impact of that accident, which led to his mouth to be wired shut for it to heal. And while that was going on, he was still doing music, y'all, which led to the song Through the Wire. So if you haven't listened to the song Through the Wire already, I highly suggest y'all to go listen to it and look up the lyrics so you can be able to explicate and dissect the whole entire song, because literally that was what he was going through at the time. Kid you not. He was literally turning his pain into passion, which in other words, pay me for my pain, because that was another form of showing his expression of how he was feeling and doing and experiencing at the time. He was showing his vulnerability. That is one of the number one things, if it ain't number one, but definitely one of the things of why Kanye has aka Ye, has the fan base that he does now, is because of the vulnerability that he shows within his music as well as his day-to-day life. Okay. However, that comes a question. I know everybody knows by now, but I have to question because this incident happened before his mother's passing, and I have to wonder, could that accident also trigger his mental health capacity as well, besides his mother's passing? Because we all know by now that his mother's passing plays an effect to how he, as far as like having that grounding, refreshing, recharge, his safe haven gone, even though she is definitely with him every step of the way in spirit. But I have to wonder, because he didn't, I'm not sure of the timeline of when he started taking pills to combat his mental health, but I have to wonder because it does before he got into that accident, he was not taking no pills. We were I didn't see no portion in the documentary in the first portion on up to the second portion where the accident happened. I cannot recall him taking any pills then in regards to his mental health. So I have to pose this question since he got into that car accident, because I was young and I didn't know all that information like that at the time. Because y'all, I did not watch no black movies like Don't Be a Menace, South Central and stuff like that until I was literally in college. Don't come for me, y'all, but I mean, I was a very active girl in extracurricular activities. But again, back to the Ye car accident, I have to wonder, could that car accident been the start of his mental health capacity in regards to taking the pills that he refused to take now? Because he was in a life or death situation at that time. So I have to wonder, and comment down below if you are feeling the same way, or you getting that same theory. Besides his mother's passing, God rest her soul, Miss Donda, you were the greatest. When it comes to his upbringing, I have to question that, did that car accident start the factor, or is a factor, or initiate the factoring process in regards to his mental health, even though he was still mentally capacitated to produce this wonderful album of The College Dropout. I still have to wonder to this day, did that accident initiate the flow of processing when it comes to his mental health? And then when his mother had passed away unexpectedly, that just heightened it. Let me know in the comment section, do you is this coming as a little theory to you now? Because I'm not a professional in the psychology realm, but I have taken enough courses in college to be like, okay, I have to wonder. All right, so comment down below if that theory has struck a nerve for you, or if it's just that factor of his mother's passing that just really sent him over the edge. But I have to wonder. Comment down below, okay? All right, on down with the documentary. His mother, when he went to the dentist to get his the wire taken out of his mouth, and yes, that portion is fairly graphic. So if you are a person that is a little wheezy when it comes to seeing blood or just seeing surgical things happening, I will highly suggest I'm giving you a discretion on that portion. I could hardly watch that little portion segment because I'm a little weedy when it comes to digging in the mouth and stuff like that. So, I just can't. Okay, but on to this. He had, after the doctor had took out the wires from his teeth. He also told the doctor that his mother wants to keep the wire that held his teeth in place, blood and all, because they was about to wash it and give it to him, but he told him that no, my mom wants to keep the wire, blood and all, because of course that's another form of documenting what you have went through. And also the doctor was explaining the physical therapy of him continuing to use his jaw as far as like talking or chewing or whatever. That heightens up the physical therapy part, because he told him if he didn't continue to mobilize it, that it will lock up. So that goes for any physical therapy. Whenever you are going through a surgery or so to speak, you have to keep the body moving or else it will lock up. And I did experience, I watched that happen with my grandfather. Once he was mobile, but at the same time, we would, as he was bedridden, we would tell him to, keep his feet straight. And he wouldn't, so eventually it just locked up because he wasn't mobilizing it as much as he used to. So yes, the man, yeah, he was still talking while he was getting his wires taken out. I was like, this man is still talking. Yeah, even when his mouth was numb, so the doctors, so the dentists could do what they do, he was still talking. Okay, I thought that was a little a funny portion there of him still talking while he was getting the wires taken out. Okay, on to down the line, which the record label had put the College Dropout on the shelf for the longest. Before its release date. So even though they had put it on the shelf, now it was go time for him to find spots to record the songs for the album, because the record label didn't give him the budget in regards to producing this album because of the situation he was in, from his mouth being wired shut and him not being able to talk as much, or so to speak, as well as getting the job done. So they shelved it. So that's what led to him going over to Jamie Foxx's house at the time, because Jamie Foxx had a studio in the house, and which they were doing the song Slow Jams. Slow Jams is one of my faves. Okay, with Jamie Foxx. I love that song. So for that portion right there, with Kanye having to borrow studio sessions from people like Jamie Foxx, Pharrell, Ludacris, y'all, I have to thank Jamie Foxx for one thing. We have to thank Jamie Foxx for lending his studio to for Kanye to produce not only Slow Jams, but I'm pretty sure other songs from the College Dropout album, as well as Pharrell to listening the Through the Wire song, and Ludacris. Ludacris lending out some studio time for him and showing up on the track as well. I show appreciation to y'all because if it wasn't for y'all, he probably wouldn't have got that album out in time. So y'all show appreciation to Jamie Foxx, Pharrell, Ludacris and all the artists involved to help make the College Dropout album possible for him to not only produce and make, but also put out for us to listen to have classic songs for a lifetime. Okay, and also after he had got his wires taken out, they went to a restaurant, which they seen some UCLA students, and they were conversing with them in regards to like, do y'all know this man? If y'all see this man in the magazine, just know whenever his album drops out, make sure you go buy it. And they was like, okay, we will. And the fact that one of them had told them to stay in school and don't drop out like Kanye, I hollered at that segment because I'm like, Lord have mercy. And I know them kids, I wonder if they still recognize Kanye to this day, as far as like seeing him being, and then for him to be in that being in the stage that he is at now. I still wonder, do they recognize him now? All right, on down to the next topic. When he was talking with an interviewer about his album, and I'm pretty sure his affiliation with the record label, and Ye was talking about fitting the profile of a rapper, and he was like, people used to tell him not to pursue rapping or just stick to making the beats and stuff like that. And he was like, why is it always when it comes to rap you gotta fit the profile of having the best voice, having a hard image with a jail record, when it should be an extension of expression for the love of music? And that's what he said. And I have to add on to that, just simply being yourself. And because he has the ability to learn. Don't get me wrong. That's what he said. He has the ability to learn. But as far as like fitting that profile of being a rapper, what it takes to be a rapper, it's just like, why can't we just be a rapper by simply being ourselves and not fitting the profile all the time? Because that gets old. Can we just get rappers like with some type of decency, so to speak? I mean, not all rappers need to have a jail record at this point, and if they do, it's just like it's like something lingering over their head, like if this don't happen, then this can happen, so to speak. So I was glad that he mentioned that portion. And also with him saying learning to appreciate the milestones, as far as like getting people's attention by telling your story again, with whether it's reactions or testimonials and etc. That's important. Learning to appreciate the milestones whenever you are embarking on your journey and also trying to get people's attention is definitely by telling your story, because that's when you're not only being vulnerable, but also people want to see if they can relate to you as well. So as a reference, he said with Chicago people, whenever they see each other, they do whatever they can to help each other, because it's better to work together than apart. So if, say for instance, if Cootie was at a comedy show and Kanye is there, then and they're like Chicago natives, they're gonna be like, Cootie's gonna be like, hey Kanye, come up on the stage right here and spit some little bars for the people, right? It is that sort of thing. You scratch my back, I scratch your back. Okay? And that's when Kanye was mentioning he was born to be different, which I can completely understand that. We're all born different, so and nobody's the same. And that's when the Jesus Walks segment come in. This when they record and also do the music video for the song. Another key statement: New Year always brings change, and everyone else is changed. To everyone else is changed to. Let me go back again, y'all. New Year always brings change. Everyone else is, which gives everyone a chance to change and begin again. And this is where Kanye is celebrating the new year with everyone in his first LA home. The album is finally dropping out, meaning the college dropout. And let's see. And I have to mention when we look at the documentary, Kanye is aka Ye is sporting the stacked shirt style, then where you wear the regular shirt and then the collared shirt on top of that, and then you wear your name brand shirt on top of the collared shirt and the regular shirt, and then you have the collar coming out of the sweater of the. I thought that was a cool nostalgic moment that everybody was rocking the stacked shirt movement. Anyways, the College Dropout album finally comes out in 2004. It is certified. It is now certified 4-time platinum album, best-selling album of his career. And also another key statement that comes up is the bigger he got, the bigger that Ye had got, the further him and Cootie were apart, because of the fact that the College Dropout album literally changed the culture. It literally changed the rap game. And this is the part where Cootie starts to spend more time with his relatives and stuff like that in New York, because Kanye had went on tour without Cootie for the first time. And that's when Cootie started making adjustments to make time for himself, because his parents would always tell him everything happens for a reason, and no matter what, always keep moving. So even though the College Dropout is out, Kanye, aka Ye, is out there. He's now doing his tour. His name is bigger than ever because everybody loves the album and so forth and so on. Even though that is going on, and Kanye and Ye went on tour for the first time without Cootie, that didn't stop Cootie to continue to do what he was doing, because he always had that saying in the back of his head, no matter what happens, keep moving. And I had to say that to us as well as a collective. No matter what happens, keep moving, because once you start to get sunken in of what has transpired and your fearing of the change is happening, of course you're going to dwell, and then you're going to go into a whole rabbit hole of things that shouldn't even be coming into mind. So it's very important to keep moving forward, whether you're in a friendship, a relationship, a business relationship, so forth, so on. If something happens, whether it's little to big or life-changing, it's important to always keep moving forward, because everything happens for a reason. So that's when other artists started reaching out to him, and Chike, that's his name, Chike, to remember to direct videos for them, such as John Legend, with him coming out with Ordinary People in 2004, and also doing Cootie is there doing what he got to do. And he had mentioned God is directing him in regards to showing him the way of still moving forward, okay? And of course, making a name for themselves without Kanye. So, hello, keep moving forward. And then while Jesus Walks was being recorded in 2004, as far as like the music video, the Kanye had decided, well, Cootie had mentioned that he had already written the script or whatever for Jesus Walks. He already had a vision for Jesus Walks. However, Ye had decided to experiment with other established directors first, and when that didn't work out, that's when he went. He called up Cootie and was like, "Hey, we gonna shoot this in Chicago, and I want Danny to be the Jesus." And they asked him why you want him to play Jesus, and the reason why he wanted Danny, aka DNA, to play Jesus, because he didn't want to have debate on whether Jesus was black or white. So it was better to make Jesus a biracial Jesus than anything, which that is very genius of him to do, because I'm pretty sure then I didn't see no articles and I ain't hear nothing then, because I was still young at the time, about why Jesus was, of the conversation of why the Jesus being played in Jesus Walk was either not white or not black. So he played that very strategically. I had to give him that on that one. So yes. So after that's been recorded, that's when Jesus Walks becomes nominated for 10 Grammy nominations, such as the Song of the Year, the Album of the Year, the Best New Artist, and so much more. And that's when he have reached the goal, which was winning a Grammy that he manifested, because of course that's what he stated within the first part of the trilogy, was that each time he was going to the bus, he was saying his speech, his Grammy speech, going to the bus, and all he wanted was a chance to speak. Even if he didn't win, he just wanted a chance to speak. So he won the Grammy, and he was also saying, because the interviewer had asked him a question about what if, you know how interviewers will say, let's see, because the answer that he said was telling people your dreams and they don't believe you. Now, heart was the first thing noticed, and add a little faith can do wonders. That's what Cootie had responded afterwards. But it was a question as, have you ever thought that you would come this far? That was the question right there. Have you ever thought you would made it this far in regards to winning a Grammy and the success that he is encountering at that period of time? And he was like, no, because sometimes whenever you tell people your dreams, they don't believe you. And I can relate to that too, because whenever I do tell my dreams to people, they don't believe them. But it's up to you to believe in yourself. Hello. To be able to make that dream come true and prove the people wrong about it. But sometimes you don't even have to prove the people wrong about it. Sometimes you just have to prove yourself that you are able and capable of making your life your reality, because you are the creator of your reality. So that's all that I have for the notes in regards to part 2. So in conclusion, this is a statement that he has stated in his Grammy speech, and that Ye said in his Grammy speech, and I'm gonna leave this as the conclusion part because it's right on point. And he has said, nothing in life is promised. It's either that or death. If you have the opportunity to play the game that is called life, You need to appreciate it every moment, because a lot of people don't appreciate it until it's past and gone. And I add on to this little piece, and it states, celebrate and cherish those moments, because only you can make your dreams a reality. And that's what led him to reap his rewards in the end. He had a vision. He put it into action. He manifested it, and he did not stop until he reached his goal. So that is all that I have for you guys. Comment down below, sunflower, if you made it this far in the video. Comment down below about the part where I spoke about the mental health portion of the car accident. Comment how you feel about the theory that I brought forth in that aspect, and also respond to the question that I asked before in regards to this part 2 of the purpose portion of the trilogy. Is, do you believe in yourself? And if you believe yourself, tell me why you believe in yourself. And if you don't believe in yourself, also tell me why as well, so we can work together, so we can be able to create our own reality. Okay, so with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed this video. Be sure to like, share, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube channel. As I stated before, if you made it this part of the video, comment down the sunflower. That lets me know that you are giving me some feedback and showing me some love. And I think that's all I have for you guys. I'm trying to think if I need to say anything else. Oh yeah, be sure to follow me on all my social media platforms. And until next time, know thyself, love thyself, soothe thyself so you can heal thyself. And I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye. Oh, see you later. Not even bye. See you later.